What's going on, my little piglets? It's your BFF Pork Chop here, and I'm coming at you with vlog entry number 9, June 9th, 2019, of the June Vlog Challenge 2019. Again, I said that backwards, but oh well, what are you gonna do? So, just got back into town about 30 minutes ago from Albuquerque, dropped my sister-in-law off, and before we left, we went and visited my wife's grandmother, and we ate at a restaurant in Los Lunas called Tefilio's. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce words very well. I can English good, but other words I can't. That was also a joke. So I I have a lot of questions from Dodger Blue 88. Before I get into it, I just wanted to read some other questions and comments. My buddy No Life says, "Hey bro, have you ever ate ketchup chips before?" Yes, I have. My sister went and did a foreign exchange student program in Canada, and that's like one of their favorite things to eat is ketchup flavored chips. So she brought a Lay's bag home, and I tried it, and I actually liked it. It was pretty good. And he also says that he's scared of heights. I was scared of heights as well. The last time I went to Six Flags, when I had a girl with me and pushed me to get on all the rides. After that, never came back. The Superman ride was the scariest, dude, to show how she to me that we were up and high in the sky, and it says it's not going down for a while, and I did, and I was mad. Okay, sorry. So I guess he rode all these rides to impress this girl, and I take it didn't work out for him. So sorry about that, buddy. Um, let's see. Jerry, uh, Jerry. Okay, I'm just gonna call you Jerry. Rhymes with attic, Attrick. So Jerry Attrick. Jerry Attrick. Okay, that's how you pronounce it. Okay. Thank you for clearing that up. I greatly appreciate it. Could you please do the grocery store food reviews? Okay, something I could do. Also, you talk more about the new job. It's for a company that has not restaurants, has convenience stores stretching from here in Amarillo all the way up to Liberal, Kansas. I think they have 68 here in town, here in the Texas Panhandle alone. So, actually, now I think that might stretch all the way to Liberal, Kansas. So they have 68 stores stretching from here to Liberal, Kansas. And they own a sandwich chain called Which Wich, and they also own franchises of Wendy's. So there you have it. Fantastic. So I talked to the IT department on Friday and got my laptop set up, and I got my desktop set up. And the IT guy said, "Do you have any recommendations, or do you have any suggestions on what you want to do?" And I said, "If you got some Macs laying around, that'd be great." And he's like, "Well, if you want a Mac, we can get you a Mac." And I'm like, "Really?" I was like, "My company said they won't allow Macs." And he's like, "Oh, well, if they said they won't allow Macs, then maybe in a few years you can get a MacBook. But right now, you're just going to have to stick with Windows. You're okay with Windows, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can do Windows. It's no big deal. I've just been using a Mac for over a decade, so why not use what you're good at, right?" But I mean, it's okay. I mean, they asked me straight up if it would be a problem for me to transition from Mac to Windows, and I said, nah, it shouldn't be a problem at all. I did post a graphic design little thing that I messed with in Photoshop. If you guys want to go look at that, it is a Batman Forever kind of graphic design that I created. And got 2 good comments on it, 2 great comments, so I appreciate that, guys. So that's that segues to can we see some of your graphic design work? I'm gonna post one again today, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Here we go. Dodger Blue 88's questions. What's your favorite holiday? That would be Halloween. I love the festivities. I love the candy. I love the horror movies. I just love Halloween. What is the worst flavor of Oreos? We actually tried a pistachio flavored Oreo. It was okay, it just not the best. What is the worst flavor of Pringles that I've tasted? Probably just the basic. I mean, compared to some of the good flavors that they have, I mean, the basic is just the original basic. So that's all that. What's the best part about a swimming pool, a diving board, or a water slide? You got to go with the water slide, man. Just the water slide, just No contest. That's all I gotta say. What's better, Applebee's or Chili's? Well, my sister has been working at Chili's for over a decade now, and I've eaten there more than Applebee's. I love Chili's. I think they have a better menu, but I love Applebee's happy hour better because you can get wings. I think 50-cent wings or something like that. But I do like their happy hour better. But Chili's is better. Ruby Tuesdays or TGI Fridays. Never been to Ruby Tuesdays. We used to have a TGI Fridays. We don't anymore. But yeah, I would give it to TGI Fridays. What's better, Applebee's or Ruby Tuesdays? I'm going to have to say Applebee's. TGIF or Chili's? I have to say Chili's. What's better, Applebee's or TGI Fridays? I'm going to have to say Applebee's. What's better, Chili's or Ruby Tuesdays? I'm going to say Chili's. Those are trick questions. They're literally basically almost essentially the exact same restaurant if you've never been there. Yeah, their menus are pretty much identical. All those places are. What's the best Buffalo Wild Wings? What's better, Buffalo Wild Wings is a restaurant, not just for the wings, or one of those restaurants that I like, also Applebee's? Well, wing-wise, I'd probably say Buffalo Wild Wings as a restaurant is probably better because they're pretty much like a Chili's, yeah, because they got cheeseburgers and they got cheese fries on the menu and just all these random items, and they also have alcohol for those of you that are drinking at home. So there you go. What is the worst movie you've ever had to sit through because you were seeing it with somebody? It wasn't the worst movie, but my roommate, former roommate Jess, she had a Cirque du Soleil movie. It was like, oh crap, I can't even remember. Cirque du Soleil, and it was I can't even remember the theme of the show, but I mean it was interesting. I watched what I could. But in all honesty, I did fall asleep because it was one of those nights when I worked at Pizza Planet and I was dead tired when I got home from work and wanted to go to bed as soon as possible. And she's like, "Let's stay up and watch this movie." I'm like, "Okay." And about halfway through, I'm like, kind of paying attention, but I'm like, not that it was boring. It was just the worst experience of me watching a movie that I've ever had. What do you think of Dude Perfect's horrible content as of late? I haven't really watched Dude Perfect's content in a while, but I do like Dude Perfect. But if their content's gotten crappy, then that sucks. Who should be the NBA MVP in your book? This year, I would definitely say Kawhi Leonard. He took that team that was pretty much the Celtics bitch, and they're one win away from a championship. So he deserves MVP in my opinion. But I'm just biased because that's my second favorite basketball team. How long does it take you to get your new job in Amarillo? Well, this one, a job in my field from graduation till now, it's gonna take it took me over a year to get a job in my field. But this one, I've been working at my current job since last December, so about 7 months to get this job, if that's what you're asking. What's my credit card number? 632. Hey, that's a trick question. I'm just kidding. I read that. It's a disregard that question. That's a joke. Who do you think will be Rookie of the Year in the NFL? I got Josh Jacobs. Rookie of the Year. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Nick Bosa. In all honesty. Would not surprise me at all. Who will lead the NFL in tackles this year? I got Van Der Esch, even though I can't stand him or the Cowboys. You hate us because you ain't us. I'm just kidding. I had to get that. I had to get that in there. It's the original 1960s Dallas Cowboys logo, in case you guys were wondering. So that's what the original logo looks like. So anyway, I would probably say Van Der Esch. I think it will be a Cowboy, a linebacker for the Cowboys, because Van Der Esch, God, I think he had 55 tackles and he didn't start most of the year. So 55, half a season, you do the math. Oh my gosh, it's 110 tackles. That is remarkable. Who's got the best defense in the NFL? I got Chicago. Best defense, well, that was the Rams, but they've lost a few pieces. I did think the Rams had a damn good defense. I thought the Saints had a good defense. Chicago has a damn good defense because of Khalil Mack. So you know what? I think I'm going to go with Chicago. I think they did have the best defense. Who will be the breakout player in the NFL season? I got Dalvin Cook. That is, if you count that. I don't, only because he got hurt last year and this year before he didn't live up to his expectations. So you're asking me pretty much what player will be a breakout player. Um, let's say breakout player. I would really like to see um, if I could. Ah, man, that's a hard question. I gotta think about that one. Let me get back to that. Let me go to the next question. What is the best sports movie? Oh man, if we're talking just like sports in general, I think my favorite might be Major League. But if we're gonna go with a football movie, I would probably have to say The Replacements is one of my favorite football movies of all time. Have you ever touched a fireplace? I did when it was first installed in our house. Never touched the fireplace. Did have one at my grandparents' place growing up, and touching it was just roasting marshmallows. That's all I did. What's the best item at Taco Bell? Taco Bell's, yeah, your favorite fast food. That's one of my favorites up there, if not my favorite. Um, Taco Bell, favorite best item at Taco Bell has gotta be the quesaritos. The quesaritos are fantastic. Do you really think you can go this long? That's what she said with the challenge before you miss a day. Well, I've been doing it for years, so I haven't missed a day for a few years. So, yeah, I think I can keep going. Who's the most infamous serial killer of all time in your book? Just because of recently, I'd probably say Ted Bundy is definitely up there. Also, yeah, I would probably say Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy, definitely. Do your dogs shed? Hell yeah, my dogs shed. I actually just walked in the door 30 minutes ago, and I can see hair all over my shorts. um, why did you do your first food review prior to a biology test? That's a very good question, man. I greatly appreciate that question. Um, I I think the week prior is when I discovered Ken Domick, and he did a food review for the Olympics, the McDonald's Olympics family pack, I think is what it was. And I was like, oh, I can do that. And so I was like, what sounds good? So I went to Taco Bell, and they just launched their dollar menu. And I was like, screw it, let's go try a few items at the Taco Bell dollar menu. What's the worst that could happen? And like I said, I got full off of $3. And so that's one of my favorite reviews that I've ever done. So thank you so much for that. If you were Batman, would you kill the Joker when the opportunity presents itself? Nope, wouldn't do it. Batman's number one rule is no killing, so I would abide by that rule. What is the best Batman movie in your book? Well, The Dark Knight was pretty damn good. It wasn't just a superhero movie. It wasn't, superpowers and stuff like that. It was pretty much a crime movie. It was pretty much a true crime movie. Because I like Christopher Nolan's realistic atmosphere that literally anybody can pick up the mantle as Batman in this city, and can just kick ass with no superpowers or anything like that. So I'd probably say The Dark Knight. My favorite of all time is Batman Forever, because that was the first one I saw when I was little growing up. So that was definitely one of my favorites. What's the best topping on your burger? Lettuce, tomato, onion, pickles. Whoa, that tree branch scared the hell out of me. Pickles. I like pickles on a burger. Pickles are really good. The Ken Domick special. What is the best uncommon topping on a burger? Bacon, fried onion straws, caramelized onions, blue cheese, crumbles. Bacon. You gotta go with the bacon cheeseburger. You gotta get the Dean Winchester special, the double bacon cheeseburger. If you could choose a new first name for yourself, what would it be? I've always been fond of the name Kevin. So Kevin Pork Chop, I think that'd be kind of cool. So yeah, there you go. If you could choose a nickname for yourself, what would it be? Oh man. Well, I mean, this nickname was given to me, and I like it because it stuck, and it was just fantastic, and I love it. If I had to pick a nickname, probably Bubba, because that's what my sisters call me, is Bubba. So just call me Bubba. What's the funniest video you've ever seen on YouTube? Well, okay, look this up. Wolf Creek Faction Hitler Trick Bike. That is a video that I watched probably 2 days straight when it first launched, and I loved it. I laughed. I cried so hard I was laughing. What's the best flavor of bubble gum? Probably blueberry. Blueberry bubble gum from Hubba Bubba. What color were your high school colors you attended? Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah, I heard that song quite a bit when I was in high school. Have you ever golfed before? Nope, but I definitely want to. Have you ever been to Mexico? Have not left the United States. What is your go-to dance move? It was just a random commercial that Robert Downey Jr. did when his popularity was coming up. I think it was around Iron Man 3, and all he does is like a little pump. He just does this. So anytime I hear a song, I try to pump to the beat. Just not doing anything with my hands. Just you keep your hands by your sides and you just pump. So that's all I did, and keep your head down. So that's my go-to dance move. Tell me a funny story from your childhood. Minimum of 2 minutes. Okay, minimum of 2 minutes. Okay, that's not gonna go over well for 2 minutes. Childhood memory in 2 minutes. Well, my senior year of high school is when I got these stitches, and my friends like rushed to my side when they saw blood and everything was going up and down my arm like crazy. Luckily, I was wearing a black shirt that day. If I was wearing a white shirt, it would have gotten ruined. But I was wearing a black shirt, so we're good. But I got down there and like they're like, keep your elbow above your head. Just put your arm like this. Just put your arm like this. So I'm doing that and I'm walking to the car and it's not hurting right now, but the second I got in the car, it started hurting. But as I'm walking up the hill, the little walk of shame up the hill to the car to go to the emergency room to get stitches, I hear these geese just squawking behind me like wah, wah. And so my friend Tanner turned around. Here's some language. He turns around and says, "Goddamn geese! They're mocking you!" And I was like, "Oh God, do you think they're mocking me? Because that sucks, man." Okay, all right, let's go. And then I sat down in the car. The second I sat down in the car, it just pain. I was like, "Oh, okay." Because apparently, according to my friend, he could probably stick that much of his pinky in the wound. That's how just terrible it was. I was like, do I really have to go to the ER? They're like, yeah, dude, if you don't go, you're gonna get an infection and something bad's gonna happen. I'm like, dang it, okay, let's go. So that's the story behind the elbow. So there you go. I think that was under 2 minutes. What's some advice for creating a successful YouTube channel? Consistency, being relevant, consistency, being relevant, and just picking topics that people are looking up and they're interested in. If you could you do a review of Napoleon Dynamite? If you don't, what's the number one? If you don't know what that is, of course I know what Napoleon Dynamite is. You're weird. It's the best movie ever. I do like Napoleon Dynamite. The next one's Vote for Pedro. I actually had a Vote for Pedro t-shirt back when the movie came out. It was one of my favorite shirts to wear when I was in high school. Actually, it was 2007. Wasn't 2007? I was just starting high school, so yeah. Who's the best quarterback in A&M history in your book? Johnny Manziel. You got to go Johnny Football, man. Beating number 1 Alabama in Tuscaloosa. That's a hard feat, dude. And he did it his freshman year and got the Heisman Trophy. What is the most interesting thing you've ever seen walking the streets of a big city? I haven't really been to too many big cities, but I've been to Vegas a few times. And it was funny. It caught my eye especially because there were these guys with Kiss makeup, but there was no Gene Simmons. There was a Paul Stanley, Star Child, a Catman, and a Spaceman, but there was no Demon. And they're kind of like sexy Kiss because all they wear are like thongs and the boots. So like they're like these like Chippendale dancers, and they were wearing the thongs and the boots and everything. I was just like, okay, not my cup of tea, but cool, awesome. And then I took a picture, and then the caption was like, well, I guess Gene got the night off or something like that, and I thought that was kind of funny. What is the best type of pork? Do like me some hot link. Definitely like me some hot link. What is the best type of blizzard? The chocolate extreme is the best type of blizzard. How often do you eat at Fazoli's? FYI, I liked your video quite a bit. Thank you, I appreciate that. I love Fazoli's. Probably twice a year, unfortunately. Did you like The Simpsons growing up? Yeah, I like The Simpsons. I was more of a Family Guy guy. Rank your top 5 superheroes, not including Batman. Okay, Spider-Man, Iron Man. They're all going to be Avengers because I love Batman. He's my favorite superhero, but I'm not a big fan of the DC universe. I'm a big fan of the Marvel universe, even growing up. So Spider-Man, Iron Man, Thor. I think I'm missing a big one here. Specifically because what they did to him I like Groot. Groot is definitely in my top five, and then Rocket. So I told you they were all going to be Avengers slash Guardians. So there we go. What is your guilty pleasure? Gunther and the Sunshine Girls. The Pleasure Man himself. Go look up the Ding Dong song if you haven't heard it. That I love Gunther, and it makes everybody so uncomfortable when I play Gunther like on my shuffle. I just love it. What is the best breakfast food? You got to go with biscuits and gravy. Biscuits and gravy, and then jelly, grape jelly in the gravy. Just. Mwah. Are there any mobile games you particularly enjoy? Right now, I just downloaded a game called Mr. Bullet, and it's that game where you have to do trajectories and try to shoot the bad guys with the bullets, and it ricochets and stuff like that. So that was kind of fun to play today. I downloaded that today, and I'm already at like level like 100. So that was kind of fun. What is your middle name? Very personal. I'm not going to answer that because somebody could easily steal my identity. Not you particularly, but somebody could steal my identity. Last question for today. Explain why the Cowboys could win the Super Bowl. Wait, that isn't a question. To think. Last one where you have to think. I do like our chances. We're not only young, we got a damn good defense. Our offensive line is healthy versus last year, and we got more depth. Our defensive line, I think we did fill some gaps and put in some pieces that are supposed to be implicated. Our secondary got huge. I think that was it Jordan Lewis is 5'11", but everybody around him, like corner wise, is like 6'3", 6'2", 6'4". So we got big. Get big. You should do baking tutorials. Definitely would love to do a baking tutorial. You should do ranking videos. I would love to do ranking videos, and actually have a few scripts. Well, I had a few scripts before my laptop decided to. But I had a few scripts for ranking videos where I was going to rank my favorite Kiss. Favorite song off of each Kiss album, and I was gonna do like a top 20 because they've released 20 studio albums, so I was gonna do like a top 20 of my favorite Kiss songs, and then also you should do a ceiling fan video. No, you should do a music review. Essentially, if Weezer dropped a new album tomorrow, and they're 7 songs long, do one song every day of the week and analyze it until the album is out of songs. Okay, that could be something interesting, something I could definitely get behind. You should compare 2 movies at the same time, rating them by the best moments, and make them that a series. For example, side by side, have Tommy Boy, in the middle have you, and then above you do a Venn diagram of the score sheet and the T charts and then pros and cons and scores. That's very just thought out, man. Maybe you should do this. You got a thing. Beside, have a Billy Madison on pause while you're explaining a point in Tommy Boy. That could be something very interesting. Hope you're having fun with this challenge. I didn't finish writing this entry until 11:37 p.m. Eastern. I'm hoping that some of these suggestions were not only better than yesterday's suggestions, but I was also hoping that they're even good enough to become content. I think you actually might have something. You might have some content here. I think there are some legitimate gems in here, mostly the movie comparisons, even though it would be an absolute pain to edit. It kind of would be, but you know what? I'm game. Anyways, I hope you're doing well, and I hope your wife is doing well, and you're having a good time in Albuquerque. Can't wait for tomorrow's video. Thanks again, and keep up the good work. And then the last thing was, very last thing today, you should do a fantasy football league with subscribers, and once a week talk about how everybody's doing and look at the stats and matchups and stuff. You can stream the draft too. There's a bunch of content opportunity there. You know what? You might have something there. You might be onto something there, man. I'm already the commissioner of a fantasy football league, but I would love to be like the Piglets, the Pork Chop football league or something like that. That'd be kind of cool, man. You got some damn good ideas, man. You should probably make these videos, this kind of content too, man, because you might be onto something. Congratulations, man. Wow. All right, guys. Thank you all so much once again for dropping by. I greatly appreciate it. Tomorrow is the Raptors game. Hopefully, it's the final game of the series. And I hope that you guys had a great weekend, and I hope you're ready to kick Monday's ass tomorrow like I am. So thank you all so much once again for dropping by. Please keep giving me your questions, man. I told you I was going to answer every single one of them, and I think I have so far. So always remember, my little piglets, call them Pork Chop. Loves y'all the mostest. Y'all take it easy, guys, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, guys!